Hi, I am on the committee or the council of Haystacks, and I am going to speak on the atrocities that have been committed when it comes to haystacks. One might ask, what is a haystack? A haystack is like a taco salad, a Mexican taco salad, but it is called a haystack because you stack the ingredients. And let me see here. I need to get my glasses to read off these. First, I will start with the atrocities, things that do not go in a haystack. Okay, so you might also ask, what gives me the authority? Well, besides the fact that I am on the council or the committee of Haystacks, which means it deals with the ingredients of haystacks. So, and I am a plant-based chef, certified, self-taught, self-made, with a little bit of higher education to go along with that. So that gives me the authority. So when it comes to haystack ingredients, here's what you do not put on them. Okay, you do not put cucumbers. Whoever came up with cucumbers on a haystack, you should be thumped in your nose. Something else, rice does not go in the traditional haystack. Please stop the madness. Now, when it comes to chips, you have options, okay? You can do the traditional corn chips, Frito Lay. Now when you try to use the cheap kind, it might not taste like Frito Lay. So now some people do tortilla chips, corn, white corn, yellow corn. It does not matter. So chips are not really, you have to use a certain type, but I can tell you this, corn chips are the best. Alrighty, and something else that is a atrocity. I think cucumber is number one on the list. Never put cucumbers in a haystack. Now corn, I don't recommend it, but you might be able to get away with it if it's a culture thing or you just crazy about corn. I don't know. When it comes to meat, I made the mistake and tried it in my haystack. It took away the flavor of everything else. So now fake meat, same thing. It takes away the flavor of the haystack. Some might say it tastes great. I'm just speaking on my authoritative opinion. Let's see. I believe that might be the atrocities. Now, beans. When it comes to the beans, because the beans are the the nuclear part of the haystack. It is one of the main ingredients. Now, you must have chips, you must have beans. What type of beans, you might ask? The traditional way is chili beans. Some might do black beans, some might do whatever kind of beans. Now, when I was a early that early. When I was a young adult, I was introduced to vegetarian beans on Haystacks. I said, what? Sweet beans? Nah. You know what? I recommend vegetarian beans on your Haystacks. It is a plus. The flavors, the taste, everything goes together. So I recommend vegetarian beans. Most people like the chili beans. That's fine. I prefer vegetarian beans. It tastes amazing. So here's how you make a haystack. You make your bed with chips. Then you put beans. Your beans need to be hot. Why? So that it can melt the cheese. Okay? If your beans are not that hot, listen, put your cheese on it, put it in the oven. I prefer and I recommend oven over microwave. But now they have air fryers and everything else. So hey, you got options. I prefer the oven because it really not so much cooks it, but it's the flavor of the oven is a bit different. And so chips, beans, greens, tomatoes, yams, chips, beans, cheese, onions, tomatoes, lettuce, sour cream. Now, if you want to make like a deluxe haystack, this ain't your church haystack. This is the real deal haystack. Is chips, beans, cheese, onions, tomatoes, lettuce, guacamole, salsa, sour cream, some fresh jalapenos. Take out the seeds, of course. What else? Cilantro. And I think that's it. That's a pretty stacked haystack. And that is how you make a haystack. I have been your host and authoritative on this matter. Goodbye for now.